Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Wayward Souls, the Double Tap In, episode 18. And as of this recording, we are 10 shows, 10 episodes live. So that's pretty good. What's awesome is the 10th episode, and I didn't plan it, it just happened to be that way, was Lampman's interview. And Lampman's first interview. We haven't
getting ready to say
yet, but we're gonna have to set something up, probably around a grill, maybe some beers, and just get him to cut loose because that was one funny motherfucker.
Oh, always has been.
Oh yeah,
always has been.
True. So, how you feeling, my friend?
We're getting there.
Good.
They moved up the start of my PT. I actually start tonight.
Okay.
At 6:30.
Oh,
so yeah.
A terrible time.
Had a good day yesterday. Went to Assateague, and it's the first time I've been, ass in the sand in a long time where I didn't have a fishing rod in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not saying that fishing wasn't done because I took my automatic baiter, my automatic caster with me, and Jennifer did a fine job.
Does Jennifer know you call her that?
Well, typically that's my moniker.
Yeah.
She goes and she says, as long as my beach chair faces the fishing rod, somehow it automatically gets baited, it automatically gets casted. And as long as I'm facing the chair and paying attention to what's going on, as soon as I turn away to follow the sun, somehow it stops. I don't know. So yesterday, took great pride in the fact that she had learned a lot, actually watching her automatic baiter and caster take care of business. Not to say that I'm a masturbator, but apparently I'm good at it. And
but you're sufficient.
I'm sufficient. Yeah. And she learned. So she did very well yesterday. Didn't catch any fish, but that's okay. It's all about the practice and the repetition and all that. So spent a good day on the beach. We're coming off the beach. I get a phone call from an unknown number, Berlin Exchange. So I figured usually that's, the bank or doctor's office, something like that. So I answer it, and it's our physical therapy place right down the street here. They said, "Hey, Mr. Hickman, your therapist is going to be out on Thursday, my original appointment. Do you mind if we do it at 6:30 tomorrow night?" And I went, I don't care. I didn't realize that therapy places were open at 6:30 in the evening.
Yeah.
So, hey, if you're all going to be there, then I'll be there. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to being sore and having to ice my shoulder again tonight and all that kind of stuff. So, but it's progress, and I'm okay with progress.
Yeah, it'll be good. It'll feel good to get it out of the sling. I know you already do that, get it moving around, but it'll be, tomorrow you're going to have a different story, but
100%. And that reminds me, I've got to stop and get some more Motrin because I'm just about out, and I'm pretty sure tomorrow I'm going to need it. So.
Yeah, you're going to want something for tomorrow.
Yeah. But sleeping is better. Range of motion is getting better. The discomfort is less. So,
good.
I have no complaints.
Very good.
Compared to the horror stories I've heard from other people.
Oh, yeah. It's been
no complaints at all.
Yeah. Well, very good. So I heard you did a big cook with the man that won't be mentioned.
Yep. Traveled down to Girdle Tree Fire Department for their annual cash and bike bash. I think this is the 4th year that they have allowed me to take care of their meat, and I'm much appreciated to them. This year, with my arm in a sling, I kind of turned the reins over to he who shall not be named. And he used his smoker, still used the banging board dust as always. And I provided more or less moral support and a little bit of guidance here and there. Because, he still needs that.
Yeah.
He's the pit master with training wheels. And one of these days, we tried to take the training wheels off once before and he fell over.
Yeah.
And so we had to pick him back up and put that one training wheel back on so he didn't tip to that side anymore. But it went very well. Unfortunately, we cook on Friday. The event is Saturday. Unfortunately, on Saturday, I just did not feel up to running back down there. But I can tell you, folks, if you've never been, it's a hell of a good time. They are great people, and cannot say enough about them. I have done smokes for other organizations, and you're lucky if you see one or two people come around.
Mm-hmm.
Girdle Tree, in and out all day long, 15 or 20 people. When you tell them 6 a.m., you're going to start at 6 a.m., they've got a bunch of people there who are willing to get dirty and help you get up and running and get all your meat rubbed down and on the grill. So my hat's off to those folks. They remember what volunteerism is all about,
Mm-hmm.
and it takes a village to pull off an event like that. And I believe they sold 1,850 tickets.
Oh, wow.
And based on the live feed and the pictures that I saw, there was probably 1,000 people roaming around Girdle Tree.
Wow.
They had 671 bikes. I believe that's the number, 670. So 671 bikes alone. That's phenomenal. That's so maybe a little bit short on my estimate of 1,000 people. Of course, I got limited view and whatnot. So, but hats off to them. It's a hell of an event. If you ever have the opportunity to go, 100% suggest going. Not only is the meat good, the entertainment's good. They have a lot of side raffles and things like that going on. So you will definitely be entertained. So good time.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yes.
How much meat did you cook?
They did 54 butts. 54 butts.
Oh, wow.
Is what I believe the final number was. Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot. Let's say that's 8 pounds a piece.
Yeah. It was
430 pounds.
Yeah, it was I think it was just right around 400, a little over 400 pounds is what, by looking at the cases.
Yeah.
I think that's nice. Correct. Yeah.
Very nice. Very good.
Always fun.
Yeah.
And you get to hang out in the parking lot with He Who Shall Not Be Named. And, it's a pick fest almost all day.
Yeah. Yeah. Did he cry at all?
He teared up twice.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. That's nice. That's a nice show of restraint, control. Yeah.
Yep.
That's good.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's interesting that he who shall not be named. You went down and saw him, cook with him. Did he lose our email?
Apparently.
Did he lose our phone number?
Every time I bring it up, the conversation shifts a little bit away from that, and how busy he is, and that kind of thing. So
yeah, because he was pretty hot and heavy there for a minute.
Yeah. I think he's frightened.
He should be.
Yeah, especially the peanut gallery.
Oh my God.
Mm.
Now that you mention the training wheels, I'm gonna see if I can get somebody to take his logo and put some training wheels on that puppy.
I'm gonna shoot you a sticker that I made, and if we can incorporate that would be awesome.
Absolutely, you know it.
Yeah.
We're gonna.
In fact, I'm doing it right now while
we'll figure something out
right here. Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
So I understand there was a school prank.
Oh yes.
Why don't you tell me about that a little bit?
Yeah. So, my wife Rachel, who is just an absolute legend. One, she deals with me. She's a special ed teacher, 8th grade special ed. So now you understand why our relationship works so well.
Now I get it.
Right?
Now I get it.
So she was telling me the other day, and I was in tears, of this prank that the 8th grade teachers play on the 8th grade students. And it has got to be one of the best things I think I have ever heard. And they all year, and I can't remember if it's a year-long contest or if it's a contest that happens at the end of the year, like field day or something like that. But all year they're talking about this event and who comes out first and the grand prize that they get. and they get the kids so excited that like their kids are just super amped up, super competitive. I worked in Snow Hill for 14 years. I can tell you that we have some super competitive, super athletic kids.
Oh, yes.
We have some that are not, but we have some really great athletes that come out of Snow Hill schools. So I can only imagine how this is going for the 8th grade teachers, and knowing Rachel and knowing some of the other teachers, knowing how well they play this up, it's pretty epic by the end of the year. So the day comes and they find out, who the winner is, and then they award the gift. The grand prize goes to the number one student, and it is a hug from a teacher. She obviously, knowing more of the details of the contest, of all this kind of stuff, and how well they play this thing up, for that grand prize to be a hug. And Rachel said, they said the kid last year found out and was so distraught that they had to leave whatever they were doing. They tell him, hey, it's a hug from, and I think last year it was the vice principal. And I think Rachel told me the kid's response was, what the fuck do I want a hug from her for? Like, that's how upset this kid was. The second place prize, and now that they find out what that is, now everybody's fighting for the second place prize, was a high five from one of the 8th grade teachers. So these teachers, my hat's off. Congratulations on pulling this fantastic prank over 180 days of getting these kids all to buy in and to think that they're getting this great grand prize to get a hug.
Oh, God. Can you imagine? Oh, you're second place. High five.
Fucking loser. No, I'm telling you, when she was telling me this and she told me about the kid from last year, I don't know if they've done it this year. I'm sure that they have because they're winding down. Like, I was in tears. I went right into our note, wrote down 8th grade teacher prank, and it's hysterical. Absolutely hysterical.
That's just a good time.
Right. And how do you get upset by that?
Yep. Apparently kids do, but
yeah.
Oh, Lord have mercy. I can't imagine.
Yeah. No, that was a good one.
Did you happen to catch my Instagram post from a couple of days ago? I can't remember if I made you, if I tagged you in or not, with the elk that I did.
Yes.
Yeah. So I've got a good friend. He went to Idaho, and smokes a giant elk.
Nice.
Real nice trophy animal. Comes back. First pit stop on his way to pick his kids up is out front here. And he's got this mammoth elk in, I don't know if it's 5 or 6 coolers, and got the rack in the back of the truck and all this kind of stuff. And so we go out, we look at it, and he said, man, I'm getting it cut up. I'm going to take it to the Minute Market. I'm going to have Doug cut it up. And I said, okay, perfect. Because when I get some, I'm going to give it to you. And I said, all right, that's cool.
The Minute Market in Ocean City.
Say again?
I'm sorry, the Minute Market in Ocean City?
Yeah, Minute Market in Ocean City. They do custom butchering and all that.
Yeah.
And so I've had the chip steak, and the chip steak's fantastic. You do cheese steaks. I put it in my chili. I do all kinds of stuff. It's fantastic. But I was waiting until grilling season to do one of the loins. And so I thawed one out and got into my charcoal, fired it up, and went to Thompson's Produce out here by Steve Decatur, grabbed a half dozen ears of sweet corn, put that on first, got that almost done, put some gunpowder on that elk, and threw that onto the grill. And it's the first time I've ever had an elk steak, an elk loin kind of deal. I forgot how good, wholesome wild game can be when it's cooked over charcoal. It was absolutely tender, fall apart. I'm salivating again.
Right.
And absolutely tasty. So we talked about in a previous episode, we talked about the gaminess of meat.
Mm-hmm.
Well, whitetail for me can be gamey.
Yep.
This elk was not at all. It was like eating a prime cut of next level beef. It was fantastic. No gaminess at all. In fact, I've said 100 times that I would rather eat one of the Japanese elk, a Sika, from Assateague or from Dorchester County than I would a white-tailed deer. And there's a lot of truth in that. And this elk reminded me of that statement about 10 times over. It was absolutely fantastic. Now you're talking an 800-pound animal. And when you're looking at the loin chunks, they're like that. They're huge. So awesome piece of meat, awesome flavor, awesome texture. And then you add gunpowder on top of it with the ingredients that are in that. It just paired so well.
Oh, yeah.
With the charcoal flavor. Could not have asked for anything better except for the sweet corn to go with it. Because if you go back to my Instagram post and look at it, I grilled the shit out of it. And some of that sugar and that sweet corn caramelizes.
Ooh.
And man, it slapped your mama good. So mama better be ducking because it was really
ducking again.
Man, it's getting to be that time of year where you're grilling stuff in the house, stuff in the kitchen because you don't want to heat the kitchen up. So you fire up the grill and do that. And it's just fantastic.
Yep.
And then the next night, of course, since I already had lump in the egg, decided to do pizza.
Okay, I saw that too. Looked phenomenal.
Yeah, Jennifer does the crust. She makes the dough from a sourdough starter that she's had for a long time, and starts it 24 hours ahead of time. We really like a thin crust. So she works it, gets it nice and thin. And we just did the mozzarella, the sauce, the mozzarella with the basil and pop that on. I cheat when it comes to my Pit Boss egg style cooker. I put a hair dryer into the vent hole in the bottom. And because what creates a bigger fire is more wind.
Yep.
So I bought a $6 hair dryer off Amazon. Just if it melts, it melts. Who gives a shit? I'll buy another one.
Yeah, buy another one.
And throw that thing in there, and it'll run at 650, 700 in the snap of a finger. Now, when I do that, as soon as I put the pizza on, I turn the hair dryer off because it does create a little bit of ash will fly.
Yeah.
Don't need ash in my pizza. 7 minutes. And if you go look on my Instagram, you'll see just how crispy, and you can see the sauce and cheese bubbling, the whole nine. Yes. It's absolutely perfect. So for I'm not even going to call it a cheat meal, but for a cheat meal, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. And I could not ask anything better. I'm glad that Jennifer perfected her crust recipe over the past couple of years, because it's when you want a pizza, it's hard for me to go somewhere and spend $25 or even $30, on a pizza when I can fire up that little dome of goodness out there with some charcoal and smoke a couple pizzas. It's just it's fantastic. Can't ask for anything better.
No. We so today's Wednesday. I worked Monday, and over the weekend there was a funeral, and they dropped off the extra food. And with the food, we were able to make lunch and most of dinner with what they dropped off. We did like Italian deli meat sliders.
Oh wow!
Yes, that was
You can't go wrong. Cannot go wrong with a Hawaiian sweet roll.
No,
Your options are, I'm not going to say limitless, but
it's close.
it's close. It's damn close.
Yeah, yeah. And you can put so like with those the Italian style meats, we did across the top. Like we brushed it with butter, and then it was Italian seasoning and grated Parmesan.
Yep.
Well, let's say you're doing ham and cheese. Well, then you can go with the like you can melt in your butter the Lipton onion soup mix and some poppy seeds. You can do ranch seasoning, like all kinds of stuff. You can't go wrong with the King's Hawaiian and making sliders. You just can't do it.
That's correct.
Yeah,
that is correct. We got into making them for a while, and they would last. You make one whole roll thing, whatever it is, cut it, stack them and put it in, do the bake. It would last us for 2 days.
Yeah.
Lunch and dinner for 2 days. Piece of cake.
Yep. Have you seen that they make King's Hawaiian makes pretzel rolls?
No.
Yeah. Go have a sandwich on one of them.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Yep. Here's something even better. Make some pulled pork and then make your sandwich on a pretzel roll. I have to go to the store anyway, so I might as well pick up some pretzel rolls.
Yep. And I always keep pulled pork in the freezer, so it's always readily available.
Get it ready.
Damn it.
Yep. So then we followed that up with there was some pulled pork left over from this service. Whoever they may be, rest in peace. Thank you. So we heated that up, and we had we put that into a wrap with. I'm not sure what else we put in the wrap. I think I did coleslaw, pickled onions, some cheese, and we put that in a wrap, and that was good. And I can't complain about a free meal, but I'm going to. When I make pulled pork, I don't want it like swimming in sauce. Correct. I like a Carolina style. Like that vinegar base. That's the kind of pork I like. This pulled pork was fantastic. It was really good. Again, I shouldn't complain. It's just not my style. It's not what I prefer. Yeah, so we had some friends that gave me a pork shoulder to cook. And they come over once a week. So I cooked that yesterday. So pulled pork Monday night, smoked a pork shoulder Tuesday, pulled pork Tuesday night. And this pulled pork, holy cow. It was on point. I did something a little different, and I went with the Meat Church's honey hog.
Yep.
And that was fantastic. It's just looking for something a little different. I think most people that have listened, it's either bang and boar dust on anything other than the beef, and then the gunpowder on the beef. But like I said, we're doing something a little different.
Yep. That's how you stay current on flavor and flavor profiles and all that, by mixing stuff up.
Yeah. So we did Meat Church's honey hog, and then some apple cider vinegar, and then some of the drippings from when we panned it and covered it and cooked it. And it is top 5, one of the best pulled porks I've ever done. I was going to text you, but I text Frampton, and I think you know where I'm going with this. And the first thing I said is redemption. And he just sends back something laughing at me. But I think that was the first pork shoulder I've done since the one that stuck.
That didn't go so well.
But it's back.
Yeah,
it's back. Even Rachel said, like, damn, that's good. So
do you hear that much from her?
No.
You acted surprised.
Yeah. I was. Yeah. But no, that was good. And we picked up some corn on the cob. I am an absolute slut for some corn on the cob.
Yeah, buddy.
And I was being lazy, just got it from Acme. But you know what? It was still pretty good. Like you mentioned, trying to cook everything outside, not to heat up the house. I took the pot of water and put it on the Blackstone.
Yep.
And we never got to the full like rolling boil, but it got hot. And by the time I was done, I brought that in. We did sauteed some squash and some zucchini on the Blackstone too. And by the time it was all done, I think just being in that hot water just long enough, the corn is perfect. So
pro tip for the corn,
yep,
cut it off the cob and throw it on your Blackstone.
Yeah. I want to do like a Mexican street corn, something or other on the Blackstone. So that's going to be coming too.
Jennifer does the crema, and I can't think of the name of the cheese off the top of my head, the cheese that crumbles. I can't remember the name of it, but that's what she does. And it's good. I prefer it just straight grilled, throw a little butter, salt, pepper on it, because I'm a simple guy.
Yeah.
But she'll, beginning of the season, she'll mix it up, put it in a squirt bottle, and keep the cheese in a bag, and she's good to go. She makes it every time we do sweet corn.
Nice. Have you grilled your corn with the husk on it?
I have.
Soak it in water and grilled it?
Yep. It does not caramelize the way I like it.
I got you.
That makes any sense.
Yep.
Doing it that way, and more or less steams.
Yeah.
The other way. It doesn't really get the grill marks. It doesn't get the char. It doesn't do that sort of stuff that I happen to like.
Yeah. So when I was a kid, my uncle, we'd always go over to his house once a summer, and like the whole family came over, big grill out barbecue. And I'll never forget, he always grilled his corn with the cob in the husk.
Mm-hmm.
You get there, big metal pan, corn just soaking in the water. And when it was time, he'd take it out and load the grill up and cook the corn that way. And there's something about, because people would always ask when they see me do it, like, how do you know when it's done? And I was like, I don't know. When the silk catches on fire, when the husks start to burn, I don't really know. But that smoky flavor from the husk goes into the corn, and that is one of my favorite ways of cooking corn on the cob.
Yeah.
So
I can see that.
Yeah. It's hard, like we talked about with the different types of smokers and grills, it's hard to do that on the smoker because it's hard to get it to that temperature. Then you got to lift it, rotate it, all that kind of stuff. So I haven't done it. I don't do it on the smoker, but if I had like a little gas burner or, a charcoal burner, that's probably how I would cook it.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
The egg, where it gets so hot, I could probably do it on that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We used to do it on the gas grill back in the day when I had a gas grill. We do it on the gas grill quite often.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
Summer's here.
Yeah, it is. Thank God.
Thank God. It's also here. I was on the medic unit on Monday night, and we were up all night. Went to bed at 4 a.m., 4:30. That's a conversation for airing of the grievances. We've talked about having to get Ian on. Ian's going to have to come on for this one. We're coming back from the hospital, and the second time we got to Racetrack Road, got a call on the radio, had to go back to the hospital, and now we're coming back. And he looks over at me. I'm typing my report, and he proceeds to air the grievance. And I was 100% in support of it. It was like fucking who's the guy from Star Wars? Yes, let the hate flow. That's who I was. Let it go, buddy.
Yep.
Let it out. I'm here for it.
It's funny talking about Ian again. I have never heard him air any grievance about anything. So I'm about it, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, again, picture this. So let me set the mood. We have a call. We go get a refusal from that patient. We get back into the firehouse. We just finish up the reports we have to do. I'm still sitting in the ambulance. An alert comes across my phone for the exact same place for the exact same patient. And proceed to say, you got to be fucking kidding me.
Yep.
Ian comes back out from across the firehouse, gets in, says, well, I guess we'll do this again. So we go. Do you want to go to the hospital? I don't know. Well, yep, you're going. Come on.
Yep.
Let's go. And take him to the hospital. We're leaving. Like I said, at this point, it's 3:50, 4 o'clock in the morning. We get that call over the radio at Racetrack Road and 50 that we need to go back to the hospital to pick something up that was not ours.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody thought that they were doing us a favor. It's not our equipment. Not even from that. The person's not even from our department. Trying to do us a favor. So we go back, pick it up. And so that's the situation. Yeah. That was now it paints a little bit better picture of Ian's airing of the grievance.
Yeah.
So yeah. We'll have to get him on to it. Yeah. It was totally fair. Totally fair.
Yeah, it's not,
and I think
he lives close.
Yeah.
So we can have him right here.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. That's gonna be one of those days with we do it live for the double tap.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
Put him in the middle.
Yeah.
Put him in the hot seat.
Yeah. You know who else we could get for the hot seat? Never mind. He'd probably bail anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like you said, he's lost our email or lost a phone number.
Yeah, I've not heard anything.
No, me either.
So, yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Poor fellow.
Well, hey, look at the time.
Oh, wow. Just like that.
Just like that. So, with that being said, thanks for joining us. We hope you enjoyed this little bit of potpourri of a show.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun. It was fun. We haven't recorded a show in probably a little over a week. So it's good catching up, my friend. Good to see you. Glad you're feeling well. But if you guys have something for us, send it our way. No, that includes
here it is.
If you guys have something for us, please feel free to send it our way. WaywardSouls88@gmail.com, or you can send it to our cell phone, either one of us. You can also find our social media, which is below, and send it to us there. So we'd love to hear from you. We, again, can't thank you enough for the support that we're getting for the show and for content ideas and all that kind of stuff. You guys are killing it. And we say this every show. We truly appreciate it, and we wouldn't be doing this without your support. So thank you again for all of that. So, and stay tuned for what we got coming next. Thanks. We'll see you soon.